really, in terms of like a management position, I can't say too much other than...
No, I just mean managing your experiences with people. It's like coincidental that you're the general manager, but like I just meant like managing what you were talking about just now, like the expectation of things. Like, yeah,
I think
that's good shit.
You know, Evan and I were talking about this today because we wanted to. We'll do this after this, but we wanted to go through every year that we've been together and just write down some big life events that have happened because we've had just the best time together.
We've been together for 12 years.
Yeah, crazy.
It's awesome.
Coming up very, very soon. It'll be 12 years till from our first date.
December 8th.
But
Stanley Park.
We were talking about these moments, these kind of pivotal moments in our life. Looking back, we can label them as pivotal, but during
they felt like shit.
Yeah, they did. There you go.
Felt like fucking shit.
Going back to those moments, they felt like shit during that time.
What were you so scared of though? Like, what were you scared of? You were uncomfortable. You were broke. You were lack of focus, you were lonely. What were they? What were all the things in your life that scared you?
It's easy now from a safe place, though, looking back on that.
Because then you're not sure if you're going to make it. Yeah. But you do.
Yeah, and you do because you know, like, don't tell me you don't know that feeling inside of you that says, like, I'm not giving up even though today I'm going to give up. But, like, overall, I'm not giving up. Like, I've had that probably, like, 4 times since moving to Toronto with acting. Like, 4 real times where I was like, fuck this. But somewhere deep inside, though, it was like, there was a vibration, there was a knowing that was like, no, you're not. Just go have your temper tantrum and then like feel your emotions and get back on the ship, you know? So I guess I wanted to share that just in case anyone feels like they're really going through the ringer right now. It could be a completely pivotal moment that'll skyrocket you to a place that you can't, it's too much for you to even see right now. It's there, you know, you can do it.
That crux right there is like pretty much what I focus on of like why I put out music now. Like, honestly, from seeing people go through transformations and like telling me that like something that we've said or my song, like the Keep Going song or whatever, is like help. Like, yo, case in point, actually, shout out Corey with like the Fortnite series, right? Yo, like we cheer you on low key all the time. Like that has been so great to see an inspired person go from a person to, or sort of like maybe a not inspired person to go to like an inspired person to do like an action person, like someone who's done it now, like to see the manifestation go through its stages and like from a distance, but like it's still so wonderful. So shout out you, Corey, and always been so supportive to me. So appreciate you.
Me too.
Yeah, and that's
and
just
congratulations
that's so great.
On all your success. Fuck,
and this like
fucking awesome.
These moments, right? Like where Winny was just talking about, where it's like, imagine if like you didn't even search for the inspiration. Like I always say, what you like about us is just a reflection of you. You know, and your higher being is calling a parallel to you, so you get excited and you get excited about us. So therefore, you're getting excited about the version of yourself that's like ready to manifest, just like me for other things that we all have our version of that, right? And just to know that you even thrive to search for the inspiration of my music or Winnie's positive posts or whatever, or you know, elevation stuff that like me and Elise put out and all that, like damn, like that was really it. Like that's the power of God in you right there. And then you like manifested something further, and then you become like this whole story, like, you know, and it's like, and then you zoom out further of the bubbles, is like, then I am one of those. And then like someone before me was like, that shit is so fun. Like that not giving up, that grit, you gotta find that grit. You have to find the grit that when he was saying like pretty much with how to navigate the teams, what's the alternative? Like you give up?
Yeah.
Like, just, you might as well be available. You never know.
Totally.
Fuck.
And I think like we need to also just change our definition of what giving up is. I don't think like
taking a break is not giving up either, by the way.
Yeah, and you don't ever have to say like I'm quitting acting. Like I'm using that because
even though you did.
Because I know I did. I really did. There was one thing that I actually booked and it broke me. It just broke me. I was so tired of going in and being vulnerable in these audition rooms where people are just judging you. And I realized that they want you to be good, so they're actually on your side. So that's this fear of like they're judging you. That's pivoted a little bit for me, but
they have to critique you.
Yeah. And they're looking for something specific sometimes, and sometimes you just don't fit the bill. But that one in particular day, I just can't really remember the audition, and it felt so out of control in my body, which is why I probably think I booked it.
The one when we were at Lavazza, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're sitting on the ground with the pigeons, you're like, I booked it.
Yeah.
She was so...
That was my I quit acting moment. I was just like, I can't keep
right before
breaking my own heart with this shit. But what I've learned over time is that I got so fixated on an outcome, and that outcome was never the reason that I started acting in the first place. So for me, I really had to get back to what I loved, and that was just finding emotion and digging into the human psyche and discovering new things about myself. And when I did that, that heartbreak when you walk out of an audition and it didn't go well, that heartbreak is not so painful when you come from a place of playing instead of hoping that you'll book it.
Yo, the expectation of the outcome will always fuck your shit up.
Yeah.
That's when I had the best moments, when I just dropped it all. When I used to perform at Rise, this like weekly show, it was always like you try to over prepare your songs and it would just like they would just fall flat. And then you'd drop all the shit, and like for me, I was just freestyling that, and like people loved it. It was eruptive. So fun. Good for you for finding that switch of perspective on auditioning, because after that, you let a lot go.